right. Hey guys, welcome. In today's video, I wanted to share with you the story of how I discovered the ultimate secret to becoming attractive. This was something that I struggled a lot with when I was younger. I had no clue how to be an attractive person. I struggled a lot with girls. I was always socially awkward. I have to burp, excuse me. And I just really didn't know how to be authentic, how to get other people to like me, basically. And the way I discovered the ultimate secret was when I was 16 years old. There was this girl that I really liked, and we actually started dating for a few months until she realized that I was really awkward, really needy. I would text her all the time. I was always worried about what she was doing or what she thought of me. I was worried that she didn't like me. And eventually, after a few months of me being needy, she ended up just breaking up with me, basically. And that was an extremely crappy feeling because I liked this girl. I actually wanted her to like me, and I just didn't know how to do that, basically. And if you've ever been broken up with before, or you've ever had someone that you like that doesn't like you back, it's just like a really internally disgusting feeling. Honestly, guys, I just felt like I was a loser. I felt like I was a piece of shit, like I wasn't good enough. And I just really needed to discover how to be attractive. So I went online, looked at some dating advice. There was a lot of the dating advice back then. This was in like 2015 on YouTube. A lot of it was just like tips and techniques, like, oh, say this one thing to get the girl to like you. Or do this, look her in the eyes for 5 seconds and then do this trick, and then, she'll magically like you. So those are the techniques I was trying. Obviously they didn't work because I was still using the techniques from a needy place, and I felt pretty hopeless and lost, honestly. In fact, I felt so hopeless and lost that I just cooped myself up in my room and just played League of Legends for like 12 hours a day. I just hang out. If I had my gaming PC, I just play League of Legends all day, watch a bunch of porn to make me feel better. I noticed that porn kind of gives me like that validation. If I wasn't getting validation from my social group, then watching porn just made me feel sexually validated without having to do any work. So that was pretty toxic. And smoking weed. I just basically was wallowing in my own misery until I decided that enough was enough. Obviously, playing video games and smoking weed and watching porn all day eventually gets old, and I started to feel foggy and cloudy, felt like shit, and still, I didn't feel very attractive, and I still, wanted this girl to like me, basically. There was going to be no substitute. I needed to actually become an attractive person. So what I did was I Googled how to be attractive, and I found one video with a black background, and this bald white guy just had a short video called How to Be Attractive. And I was like, okay. I clicked on the video. This guy's like, hey, it's Leo from actualize.org. I'm going to be teaching you how to be attractive. And he just started talking, and I kind of liked his style, because he was really talking about the core principles of attraction. Not the techniques or the fluff. He was saying, if you want to be attractive, you need to stop being needy. You need to not need somebody else's validation. And this wasn't the ultimate secret yet. This was just kind of the first step that I needed to discover. So, okay, stop being needy. Okay, that's pretty good advice. How do I do that? Well, Leo, he was basically saying, you got to focus on yourself. You gotta be the best version of yourself. Don't worry so much about what other people think of you. Just focus on your own life. I was like, okay, it sounds like good advice. And I noticed he had some other videos about meditation, about spirituality, enlightenment, about all these topics. I've never heard of this idea before of personal development. This kind of lit up a light bulb in my head because I was just kind of playing video games and just chasing pleasure, distracting myself all day. And all of a sudden, this bald guy on YouTube is telling me that if I want to be happy, live a happy life and feel good about myself, which I didn't, then what I need to do is I need to become the best version of myself. This is how I discovered the ultimate secret was that I needed to become a 10 out of 10 man in order to be an attractive person. And this is true for women as well. But you need to think to yourself, okay, what does it mean to be an attractive person? How do I become a 10 out of 10 version of myself? And the only way to do that is through the process of self-actualization, which is the process of striving towards your highest potential. You see, most people in life are not striving to grow themselves proactively. What most people do is they want to grow themselves only because they're so uncomfortable. It's so inconvenient for them to be fat and to be overweight and they have shitty, mediocre lives. So then they're like, okay, I guess I have to improve myself. And then they go look for one quick technique, a quick way to solve their problem. And then after they solve their problem, they go back to being lazy and mediocre. That's what most people are doing. So in order to be attractive, you need to set yourself apart from most people. You need to do something different. You need to actually strive. You need to be proactive. You need to be seeking out the best teachers, the best mentors. You need to kind of become a personal development junkie where you need to be seeking out information to grow yourself, to become the best version of yourself just because it's interesting for you, just because you like it. It's fun. It's challenging. Right? If life is a video game, you want to play it on the highest difficulty because then it's the most engaging. It's the most fun. It's the most rewarding. If you're playing life on easy, it's not that rewarding. You can just kind of play, one eye is closed, you're eating popcorn on the side, easy mode, you press 2 buttons and the enemy dies. It's not really fun. It's not engaging. You're going to get bored of it. Then you're going to shut the game off and go look for something else to do. You're going to be distracted. If you want to be engaged with the game of life, you need to be challenging yourself, pushing yourself. So that's what I started doing. I started actually focusing on my own growth. I started learning new concepts. I started reading personal development books, started honing in my habits. I started meditating. I started striving for more spiritual awareness. I started doing shadow work, going into my past trauma and loving and accepting myself. And then I found that 6 months later, when I went to go talk to that girl again, I felt a lot less needy. I actually felt confident in myself because I was confident that, okay, 99% of every other guy in this high school has never even heard of personal development. Or if they have, it's just for like a quick band-aid solution. It's nothing serious. But I'm the only person that I know of that's actually striving towards my highest potential, that's actually trying to cultivate my natural strengths, that's trying to grow myself, basically. And I felt good about that because I had a path. I had a vision for myself. I had a higher destination. I had a long-term plan. Most people don't have that. Most people are like how I was before. You're just playing video games and just, trying to find the next pleasurable thing to do. Most people don't have a long-term plan. So when I finally did, because I was actually trying to become a 10 out of 10 version of myself, what does that mean? The 10 out of 10 version of myself is awake and aware, is confident, has a vision, is passionate about life, is challenging himself, is fun and authentic and playful and relaxed and not that serious all the time. And as I was beginning to embody this 10 out of 10 version of myself, I became a lot less needy because I started to see myself as somebody who has options. If the ultimate secret to being attractive is you need to become such an amazing human being that it would be retarded for other people not to want to be in your life. It would actually be absurd for that other person not to want to hang out with you or date you or sign a business deal with you. You need to become such an amazing person that you stand out from the crowd. You need to be the 1%. And it's actually possible to do that. That's something you have to become, something you have to strive for. The people who are in the top 1% of, development and abundance, they don't get there, they're not born there. You have to work for that. You need to strive to become that. The way you do that is by meditating, by reading books, by following masters and teachers that help you and guide you, by discovering your purpose, getting crystal clear about your purpose, and creating a vision for yourself that you can actually move towards, something creative. Because most people are reacting to life. You need to be creating your life. Decide, what life do I want to create? And strive every day towards creating that. That's exactly what I'm helping people do over a 7-day process in my Crystal Clear Purpose program, which should be released now. Or if not, it's releasing tomorrow. So you can check that out if you need help getting crystal clear about your vision and creating an action plan for actually turning it into a reality. This is what self-actualization is, striving to create something beautiful of your life. Your life is like your masterpiece, your work of art. You're working on it proactively. That's the ultimate secret to being attractive. It's not really one secret. It's like it's the whole universe. You got to solve every aspect of your life, your business, your relationship, your money management, your awareness and your meditation, your vision, your creativity, your humor, your social skills, your health and diet. You got to solve all of it. Your understanding of reality and metaphysics, your understanding of politics, of science. You got to solve all of it. Because whenever you try to pick out one piece of reality, like attractiveness, you'll find that the rest of the universe is actually hitched to it. So that's why Band-Aid solutions can't work. Because you can't solve just attractiveness without also solving everything else. You have to solve the foundation. Because reality is one. It's all interconnected. You need to actually create a solid foundation for yourself in your life, and you need to be striving towards being the best version of yourself, 10 out of 10, no corners cut, no parts of yourself are being ignored or repressed. Like, okay, Adam, yeah, sure, I'll become great at social skills, but I don't really want to become great at my career. Or yeah, okay, I'll meditate a lot, but I don't want to learn about politics and leadership. I don't want to learn about that. Sorry, you have no choice. This is what self-actualization means. When you pick out one piece of the universe, the rest of it is comes along for the ride, because all of reality's one. All right, guys? That's all I got to say here. The ultimate secret to being attractive is becoming the best version of yourself, striving on a daily basis towards your clear vision and creating something meaningful, something you're passionate about, being passionate about your life, passionate about your goals. Because your attractiveness actually isn't dependent on your current situation. So people might ask me, oh, Adam, fuck, you're telling me I gotta master all of existence. How am I gonna be attractive? It's gonna take me 20, 30 years to do that. So you're telling me I can only be attractive in 30 years? No, your attractiveness, your passion is based on your trajectory in life, where you're headed, what you're creating, who you're becoming. It's not about who you are now, or maybe where you are now sucks. Maybe you haven't invested too much in yourself. Maybe you're just like most people, like I was, just going with the flow of life, kind of just getting your ass handed to you by all the problems in your life, and just kind of hiding your head in a hole with addictions and distractions, trying to avoid growing yourself. That's what most people do. Self-actualization's frightening. It's difficult. It's confusing. But remember, you can start to feel amazing about your life today just by creating a clear vision for yourself and by having that trajectory, knowing where you're going. And in the future, I'm going to be sharing the vision that I have for my life. I already have a million times, but my vision for you following along with me on this channel is to become the best version of yourself in every area of your life. Like I mentioned before, I listed it all out before. I'm not going to do it again. The video's getting long, guys, but basically follow along with me. I'm working on myself. I'm working on my business, my career, my relationship skills, my meditation, my diet, my habits, my social skills, my storytelling skills, my leadership skills, all that. I'm working on it myself every single day. And by following along with me, you're going to be working on it too, basically. All right, so that's what I'm going to be helping you with. If you want to watch another video from me, check out my last video about the one habit that is completely changing my life. That video is going to tie in really well with this video, and it's actually going to give you a lot more context and clarity. All right, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video.